Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Starco here, guys. Today we are going to make our official Alliance Battle Extreme guide about Scourge for combat villain. Some people are probably going to be like, what the hell, Scourge? That guy? Well, yeah, he is awesome, man. A lot of people are saying like, Scourge sucks, Scourge sucks. Well, it's because they haven't built him properly, haven't try him properly. Been only listening to YouTuber reviews that are terrible about him, which is not the actual case. So we're gonna take him. We're going to look at his build, look at how we should be playing him for Alliance Battle Extreme. Then we are going to be use the Alliance Battle Extreme video that I actually recorded earlier for him. So, first question we have: how much can Scourge score? I will say between 150 and 190,000 point, in my opinion. So yeah, he is a free-to-play Alliance Battle Extreme characters, obviously. I believe that he is stronger than a Sandman in my opinion. I do score better when Scourge than Sandman. He's not as good as Carnage, but he's getting kind of close to Carnage. Well, if we look at a free-to-play point of view. So like I said, his score will be between 150 190k, maybe up to 200k if you really have a max build. 200% plus with critical damage, critical rate, with fully awakened diesel set and good cards. Yeah, he could score over 200,000 points, obviously. But we don't have that. We're gonna go through our build here, guys, and you'll see we do not have that. And the actual video we pick to go in the gameplay section after the guide is a video with mistakes in it, so you guys can see what happened wrong, how it happened. So here, guys, first of all, you need max skill cooldown, max indoor defense. Well, 49.90% indoor defense is good enough. This guy needs a lot of attack speed because his skills animation are pretty low, if not, and that can make him take extra damage from the meteor. Well, extra stack from the meteor, I mean. Other than that, you want to get his critical damage as close to the cap as possible while bring his critical rate up. My Euro are not fully set up, there's 3-4 star Euro, so my critical rate is still pretty low. Eventually we're going to build that up to around at least 40% to increase our score a lot. Attack speed here we are running with 18.43%, so well, 118.43%, so attack speed is really low. That's another thing that I should be working on this guy, but the point was not to have a perfect build. The point was to have something that any free-to-play players will be able to play with and see what kind of score they can actually get. At the run we're going to show I have a score 154k, and obviously with all the mistake I made in the run, I could have done about 170k with my current build. Next we're going to take a quick look at the Euro. You can see not fully amplified. We're running with 3-star, 4-star Euro on each gear. Only one gear, no, not even one gear that's 5-slot amplified, all 4-slot amplified, so you see nothing optimal here. Then if we look at ISO set, we are not fully awakened, really far of that. We have the set button stage 7 in effect, so 22% increase of all attack. So again, that's another part where you are you could get a lot of extra damage if you are fully awakened. Yeah, recommended ISO set for this guy will be most likely overdrive, but any offensive ISO set can do the job, because we don't care that much at this point if you're using a free-to-play character. All you want to get is some extra offensive bonus, so it doesn't really matter if you using the best in slot easel sets just to get 5,000 extra points, you know? It doesn't matter that much. Here, yeah, my obelisk is not that bad. We got critical damage with increased damage plus. The optimal will be, like I said earlier, critical damage with critical rate and increased damage plus. Or the real optimal will be to have the critical damage, ignore defense, chain damage, and increased damage plus CPT obelisk. I think it's the CPT of destruction, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that's what will be really optimal, but that's not really looking from a free-to-play perspective when we look at that. So we're looking at the hold custom gear system. So again, critical damage, critical rate, increased damage plus will be the optimal. Now the skills. Let's take a quick look at the skills first. The passive. Tier 2 passive. Increase when you use your skill last stand. You have skill damage increased by 45%, bonus damage increased by 30%, that will last 10 seconds. And you have invincible applied to yourself for 5 seconds. The last stand skill is the 5th skills here. Basically the cooldown is 16 seconds. If you have max skill cooldown, it's 8 seconds. So your bonus damage buff will always be applied, but your invincible lasts 5 seconds. So you have 3 seconds where you can actually get hit by the meteor or get silenced by the beast. So when we get to the rotation, guys, you will see how important the rotation is. Now, if we take a look at the tier 1 passive, well, you get your speed here sometimes. You know, activation rate, 20% chance when attacking. Increase all speed by 5%, can stack. The thing is that it is a 20% chance. So if it doesn't stay up, your speed is getting lower. So I will really recommend having over 120% attack speed on this guy, just to not, you know, try to count on RNG for this skill. His leadership is not a really good leadership, to be honest. Critical rate, attack speed, you're not going to be using his leadership for Alliance Battle Extreme. Obviously you can go using either Dark Beast or Titania leadership with Hulk team up. Like here, guys, just want to show my team. I'm running with Dark Beast lead, give 50% increase physical attack, plus Beast 5th skills will boost my damage at the start. Then we have the here the team up with Hulk that will increase cooldown duration and dodge. So basically you only need 45.2% of cooldown duration to actually be capped with this guy. So let's go back to this guy. Let's go back to the skills. The third skill is the other really important skill. It will increase your attack by 15%, and your speed by 10%, and your critical rate by 10%. So why I said earlier that 120% attack speed is important is because with this buff you get 10% attack speed you're needing, so you get 130% attack speed, and you do not have to count on the gunfire of war, your tier 1 passive, to actually be at max attack speed. Then this skills is also going to give you 5 guard hits for 5 seconds, but be careful here. When the beast jump you, even if you just apply those guard hits, they are gone, man. That beast, it's not only a single hit that is giving you, it's many hits. So you still have a chance to get silenced when the beast jump you. So you'll see different strategy used in the video. A good strat is to, when you see that the beast is about to jump somebody, you turn around, you target a mob, you know, you face random enemies in a room, and you're going to use your first skills to jump to that enemy and hopefully avoid the charge. It's only the first jump of the beast that's really bad for your guard. It's other than that, if it's the second jump, you should not have any problem unless you got hit by many minions around the room. The other skills that's really important, guys, it's a fourth skills. It's a huge damage skill. It's also has an iframe part in it, so it's a good way to dodge meteor and avoid getting silence. But we're not going to be using it to avoid getting silence because we're going to use it in a bit different way. You will see. And other skills is second skills just for the bleed damage. Really good. First skills basically is just iframe part skills that is really useful to avoid getting silence if you time it properly. So now the rotation, guys, and the damage plus. Well, the damage plus, you'll start it on the 5th skills. After that, you kind of want it to be on the 5th skills, but you have no way of controlling it because the 5th skills cooldown is 8 seconds, the custom gear cooldown is 7 seconds, and you need to keep the rotation going or you will get silenced. So you do not have any way to really keep the damage plus on the 5th skills. Now the rotation. When you start the fight, you start with beast, you pop the 5th skills, then the 4th skill on the beast. Then you're going to be switching to a Scourge. You're going to go behind the beast, and you're going to use your 5th skills to get the damage plus on it. Then you're going to chain it with 4, 2, 3, kite a little bit, then 1 to go back to the beast, and repeat the rotation. You'll see in the video it doesn't always work like that. You gotta adapt. It's really hard to say how to adapt because you just got to get the feeling out of it, how every rotation is going, what you think you need to do to actually be able to survive. The big thing you gotta watch is your guard hit if it drops. Well, as soon as it drops, you get meteor stacks, so you really need to be paying attention to those stacks because you can get stunned. So basically you have two mechanics that can really hurt you in this fight. Is first, the silence will wreck you and the meteor stun will wreck you. So those are the two things that you have to be really watching while you're doing your rotation. So it's not the easiest character to play. It's not as easy as Carnage, for example, to not get silenced. But if you do a good run, you only get silenced one, maybe twice. You can even do runs without getting silenced, but you need to be adapting perfectly, which is not the easiest. In this video, guys, in the gameplay part that we're about to jump to, like I said, it's not the perfect run. I want you to see the mistake I made, that I want you to notice them, and I want you to see when I did not make the mistake, when I actually did I did adapt perfectly to the situation. Basically, when I say adapt, is really about the jump, the beast jump. That is the only thing that can screw you up if you do everything right in this fight. So you really need to be ready for that jump. You need to read it and you need to react. And that's pretty much all it is about this. It's get your rotation going, don't get stunned by the meteor, and don't get fucked by the jump, the beast jump. And that's it. So on that, guys, we're going to move to the actual Alliance Battle Extreme run. Hope you enjoyed this little guide for Scourge. Don't forget to throw a subscribe to the channel and a like to this video if you enjoy my content. So have fun watching the last part of the video, guys.